I want a code. Okay. Let's see what we got here. What's up, everybody? Just chilling today. Or just chilling, gonna do some coding here. I want to code. Probably gonna code for a couple hours. I need to just code. Okay, so then let's go. Get home. Then let's inspect. What are we? 980 to 1,000 pixels. 1,200. So let's just make it 1,200. Just set some media queries. Okay. Let's see. Then how can I so then we'll justify content center. So my header has header title, header UL. So header inside has just header title, and then header nav is the nav bar itself, which is the list. So then if I want to have so let's align, let's flex direction. Column. Okay. So now as you go in, is everything good here? See, why do you get padding? That didn't can't wrap. So I don't know why our card display flex align search column. does it then shrink? Columns will fill their container all the way. It really starts to act funny below here, but you don't really go anything below there, right? So why is it slightly over to the right? Hey, yeah, still, how's it going? On smaller screens, the header is slightly skewed right when I have a line these are my header. This is my header styles. There's no screens. The media query needs to have just so. Override. Override width and spacing properly in your media query. So media query. Flex align item center. Version column. It already is in display flex, so it doesn't need to inherit that. It will inherit it. Line items justify content. Then we have justify content gap. So let's add this and see what happens between this header here. So then margin bottom 1 REM as well. Because then it wants me to add header title margin 0. Nav. Once you open this up and say margin 0 auto. is there... Is it just because this word is longer? But why? I don't get why... Let me go... Border... Solid... Black... Lumber. See, it's just... That's not in the center. So header... So let's do, then let's add this last thing it wants. Dot header, nav, ul, will justify this content, center. Not self, justify content. So header, let's say adding 0, 1. Right. Right. See, it's just interesting because it's just not centered. Let me put around header nav. Let me add the border to the header nav. See, it's centered in that div, but the text isn't centered in header nav. So let me say text align center. We'll say justify content center. Body, what color, header display. See, that is not in the center. Oh, sorry. Thank you for reminding me, John. Twitch stream is on. Appreciate you. So anyone, why is that not in the center? Font size. So our UL's wrapping, wrap. Center, gap, 20 pixels. Is it the gap? No. Header. This is my header. Oh. This is my header. the UL nav element is still pushed to the right a little. Flex direction, column, center, gap, 1 rem. Display content, header nav, UL, display content, center. Heading left, 0. That was it. Why is there padding left on my header nav UL? Color, header nav UL. Okay, that did it. There we go. It's being padded at the UL. So we were able to identify where it was. Okay, cool. Got that. That works now, okay. So we do need to override this text here. So on screens below 800, or so it's snap. Okay, so let's go to the 1200, our starting point. This is what it looks like. Let's get rid of that border. Let's get rid of that border. Okay. Let's add just a general padding to the border, to the header itself, of 1 EM. Now if I scale, so if I go here, still good, 14 Pro Max, still good, looks good. Okay, now we just need to make this like pull over. Basically, all of that text is just going to revert to kind of like more of a, just going to format that. But that looks good too. Pixel 7. Okay, projects are a little whack on mobile. We need to fix projects. Yes, projects are whack. Stuff is not properly scaled on things. So I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go, if I remove this, let's just do this. Dot body. Padding 1 EM. Break it. So what if I go... breaking stuff. Strange. Hey, Bailey and Dev, how's it going? Oh, I don't have the chat up. I gotta get the chat going. Hold on. Let me get my chat going. I'm sorry. HL7. Honestly, not really. It sounds a little familiar. Pretty far removed out of school, but not pretty far out, like I'm an old fart, but is it like, I can't remember. Can you remind me? It's definitely more the chemistry side of things. Let me get the YouTube chat. Gotta go. Oh no, my AirPods are dying. Okay, hold on. So I'm trying to make my website here responsive for web dev, but currently failing, so I suck at this. I gotta get my headphones out. It's like the low level for some person checked in at this time with these reported issues forwarded to this area once they're next to that person. Huh. Yeah, I've never heard of that before. Can you still hear me, guys? Oh, yeah, okay. Let me get the YouTube chat loaded up. So I'm trying to style this and make it responsive, but I am failing hardcore here. You guys could help me, that'd be great. Yeah, I'm struggling through this. The latest trend web framework. Yeah, I'm just trying to have the side project of getting a site going, but it's just failing bad. Okay, so I don't know. So I have. So here, On my end, it looks fine. Right. On my end, it does everything I want it to do and more. Except the projects, we need to fix that. And this. On that. Okay. That sticks. That sticks. So those aren't supposed to stick. Okay, so that's why I didn't have it on the card. So with 100% of the container. Oh shoot, let me pull up the chat link here onto it. Ooh. Come on. Alright, there we go. M4Com, thanks for joining the Discord, dude. Shout out you, man. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I've got a Discord link down below. Yeah, I just wanted to learn React just get some practice with it, pretty basic level practice with it, just so I can quickly build some front end to my science-based projects. Like I built a paper chromatography simulator. You might want to check that one out. Right? So I wrote an algorithm to simulate paper chromatography simulations or experiments, and then I have I was like hired by a colleague to build like a entire suite, or I guess not suite, but like a business ledger for them, like using Python and Tkinter to build them a GUI so they can interact with it, and yeah. So, but I'm trying to. I built my site here just to kind of start getting maybe some feelers out there and maybe start applying places. I currently work as a formulation chemist, as you can see from this thing here. But yeah, but I'm being transparent, so I'm trying my best here. Oop, bug. Hey Adam, how's it going? There's so much to write to do so little. I kind of like the component stuff though, and it's pretty nice. Like I was able to, for the size of this, put together something pretty quick. I've only been doing this for I built this in like 4 days. After work, I work a 9 to 5 and I do this after work. I just wanted to code a little bit today. Okay, so on my end, everything looks good. That looks good. That looks good. Home. So I do want those to snap a little bit sooner. I don't want these to get that small. It really does no good having these get like almost so little like that. So I want those to snap down sooner. So that when I do that, at that point, it'll go down. So let's add that query here to the, so these are all the header queries. Just to keep some organization here, I guess. Let's do, these are going to be the home queries. Let's do, I'm not used to wearing big old headphones. I don't wear these. I want to get my AirPods back. Are they almost charged? 17%. Come on, load up. You guys are new here, if you don't mind subbing, appreciate you guys following along. I stream every day after I work. Trying to learn, teach myself coding and computer science, math. I have a Discord, over 550 people down below. All right, we're gonna do a whackathon soon. We're planning it right now. We're gonna do like a web jam where we all build the same thing, same iteration of something at once, and then kind of compare and rank, and it'll be fun. I think we'll choose like a Saturday and do it. Okay, so in the home here, I want to access my index content main, and I want to set flex direction column. So there we go, like that. So now it doesn't get that. I honestly might make this like 1600. So the card is if I go card here, no, not there. So width is 90% of its frame, so that's why it's doing that. So let's say width it's not going to be 90% of its frame, it's going to be right, so index content main has a gap at 2 EM. Let's see. No, that's oh, that's that right here. Okay. Hey AZ. Bayer Dynamics. Bayer Dynamic? What does Bayer Dynamic mean? Thanks, Villain. Thanks for coming in, man. You're awesome. Appreciate you. Okay, so then right, we have a gap of 2 EM on the index content main. So not a gap of 2 EM here. Trying to even up, so when I creep in, right, creep in and boom, I don't need this to extend like guess it can. It's not that big of a deal, but it's just kind of like unnecessary. It doesn't need to extend all the way out like that. This does because it's... But I want this to fill though. So this is our header section, our card. Here's our GitHub. Okay, on the image, we have width 95%. If we remove this, what happens? It auto shrinks in. If we open up, it's pushed off. So we want the width of the image to be 100% of its container. But the card is having some... It's got some padding going on here on the right. Yeah, I probably would.
Says, you could use this approach to center the content. Body class name equals flex justify center. Main class name equals max W2XL. Children, main, body.
In the class name. Oh, you're inserting job.
As says, then pad the body or main element.
So the thing, there's some...
As says, lol, sorry, I forgot about the voice.
There's some padding here. It's going on inside of my... Here. So if I... Now it's just in the card, but why is this why are these words not extending out here? There we go. So now it fills 100% of its container. So now the image fills 100%. Good. So let's give on the image, we're going to give a border radius of 10%. We're going to add some padding of 1 rem. No. That pushes it right down. Oh no, so right, it's just because the card doesn't have any padding on it. Right. These have baked in padding. So then what we're going to do is we'll go to this here and we'll add in some padding of 1 rem. Doesn't make any sense. Why does that push my image off of the screen?
69 Zra says hello MR sassy developist.
Right. Let me fix this.
69 Zra says, how's everything going?
It's going good. Just trying to figure this out here. Oh, it's doing this. Why would it be padding outside of my card? My work experience is inside this card. So that's why the width is going extending to this card, and why it's in this card, like so. So what happens if I go padding right 100 pixels? See, why is it increasing
Adam
there?
says, use the console to inspect it, it'll make your life way easier. Trevor says,
Let's try it out.
Prism says, are you doing CS50?
I've completed CS50 X and P. I've been coding for 11 months.
Prism says, are you doing CS50?
Hello, Mr. Sassy Developmist. What? What is that supposed to mean?
'69 Zra says, developer plus chemist.
Oh. I got it. Sassy? I don't think I'm sassy. Sassy? Thanks for coming in, dude. What's up? Okay, so why...
69 Zra says, slay Queen Sui.
So why...
Sujal says, have you ever tried free Codicam?
No, I've never done that one. Don't you... Someone
Adam
recommended...
says, click the top right little arrow thing and you can select individual elements.
Oh, thank you.
Prism says, are you currently doing web dev?
No, I just taught myself React by watching a couple of YouTube videos. So div job has padding left, right, and then padding right. So then paragraph. The paragraph has padding associated with it. Button. The button container extends out. The .github.
Prism says, what are your future plans? Leon says, noticed that when I go to your website and go on any other page than home and refresh, Control+R, I get a 404, might be Versal or might just be me, so IDK.
No, Leon, I saw that too. I saw that too. I gotta figure out what's happening with that as well. I don't know why that's happening. Maybe we don't have the things linked right with...
Adam says, if you actually click the element, it will show you a more detailed view on the right.
Okay. And then you can disable stuff individually. See, that makes it fit within... See, why does turning off this image... Why does turning off this image with change also the size of my cards here? Now, why all of a sudden do I need to scroll on my page? because I have overflow from the card.
Prismx says, hey, I got a doubt. Did you receive any sort of certificate after completing CS50 without paying any fees?
Yeah, you get a free certificate, but the certificates don't mean a single thing. I mean, I mean, a lot of the solutions are online, so like, it really is just a kind of a personal thing that you can do and have merit in your own right, and then, you know, um, but I wouldn't go advertising like to an employer that that's what you like, that's one of your sticking points. So that's weird that the
Adam says, if you have everything wrapped in a div and that parent div takes the size of your children components, then the image getting larger will make the parent div larger and then affect other components.
if you have everything wrapped in a div and that parent div takes the size of your children component, okay, then the image getting bigger will make the parent div larger and then affect. Ah, thank you. So because the card flexes to the size of whatever's inside of it, well, it's at least supposed to. So why is this education then? Why is this education card so large even when we extend out even further? Well, I have it like that because if we go big like this, I could make it a fixed size, like whatever this size of pixels are. So let's add that styling then. Let's go to our education section in just the main area.
Adam says, I'm not saying that's the issue, it might be.
No, that is the issue, Adam.
And see what changes when you change the image.
That is the issue because I do have it set up that way. But it's currently being overrode here because I have these contents saying fill space, fill 100% of their container space. So in work experience degree, so we go dot education here, and we say width is 500 pixels. Let's do border blue, black, solid, 1 pixel. Okay, so what the card, so this width is being applied to the education. So let me remove that out of here. No.
Prismx says, what made you to come into programming?
Just wanted to learn new skills and just kind of get better as like a candidate and in general, and then I started really enjoying my time with it, and especially in Python and problem solving and building cool science projects and stuff. It's fun. So I started streaming my progress every single day, and here I am, 6 months later after starting to stream every single day. I've gotten pretty far reading Fluent Python, DSA in Python, Python Crash Course, CS50P, CS50X. We got Python machine learning back here we're going to get into. So lots to come here. We're going to do some math courses, go over some calculus, and then I'm going to use Python as my calculator for solving calculus problems. So I can kind of interact and like learn math into code, right? Just knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. I've taken up to through calculus 1 in college.
Try competitive programming then if you have done DSA. Prismx says in C++.
Okay, so we solved 3 leak code problems earlier this evening in my first stream. I got off and took a break for a second and then caught back on because I just wanted to code for a little bit, but I'm trying to figure out why this card div, right? This card has display flex, column, border radius, box shadow, margin bottom, and justify content center. So what happens if I remove this? Yeah, I don't need that. So then my education section is small. So if I remove this, nothing happens really. So why is the, so this is the card, right, div. It has some margin on the bottom. So how can I make the card how to make a parent element fit to the child? So if I say inline flex. Okay, there we go. Column, and then if you say align items, flex start. Okay, so now if we resize this full screen, that's what that looks like. So then let's go back here. I put, say, get rid of this. Okay, so now that's what that looks like, okay? So I'm gonna go to here. I'm gonna add some padding of 15% just to see what happens. Okay, shrinks way in. So let's just say 1 REM. Okay, that looks good. So now those got padded inward by the proportional amount. Those now it snaps. Now it shrinks, shrinks, shrinks. And then if we scroll down, oh, how do I scroll on here? I can't scroll. Oh, there we go, scroll here. So this padding just gets really large. So we want it to be, no.
Chaos says I was just gonna mention padding as well.
Hey, Chaos Theory. Thanks for coming in, dude. If you guys are new here, please sub along. I stream every single day, me learning, being authentic as I can, just trying, grinding stuff, really trying to learn and teach myself things, build projects from scratch. Okay, so we have obviously this huge padding going on. So let's see what's going on here. This is coming from index content left. Has a big. Thank you for showing me this thing here. It's helping a lot. Index content left.
Harry says hello.
Hey, Harry. Hey, Harry. Harry! Are you British, Harry? So let's go to this index content. So we have this big spacing here. Where is this coming from?
Chaos says you have viewport set up as well.
What's that? So probably not. Why is this? So is it going on here? Let's see.
Chaos says in her header.
My header? Oh no, something's going on with my header now. You fix one thing and then another thing breaks. Ugh, it's so frustrating. I had that fixed. Gosh dang it. So now it's off to the left. Crap. We have this huge gap here. What is this gap? What is this gap? Center gap. So, is it this? No, that's header. It's gotta be. Is it on the card? Margin bottom 2. Is it here? No. That is applying some margin.
Chaos says basically it sets everything to scale based on device screen size. Chaos says I meant head element, sorry.
Oh, I don't know. Is that in my index HTML here? Viewport? Device width. So then, my tune stopped.
Look, you're not actually going to get.
Come on.
Chaos says yep, you got it.
So why do we have this huge gap? Why? It doesn't make any sense. Is it the gap between index content left and right here? Is it a combination of stuff like margin, bottom, and gaps? Work experience ends. Index content left. So something is happening on my index content left on my home. So I have no stylings on here. Let's go here. Index content left.
Harry says, how are you, Michael?
How's it going, Harry? I'm good. I'm doing good. It's not that. It's not that. Heading left. Margin 2%. About projects, content main, community main, Discord no. Blog post, header, no. Why is there this huge space? In index content left. So it's coming from this flex. So let me do this. Okay, so this flex is causing the issues here on main here. Flex route space between this content left.
Mayhan says, what's the headphones about producing Travis musics?
No, my AirPods died. Had to bust out the old headphones. So if you have a main, a left, and a left, say my
Mayhan says, what's the issue here?
when I was having this flex property, so if I say flex wrap and I give a width of 75%, I give this width negative 25% or 25%, not negative 25%. So now I have that like that, okay? But now it drastically reduces my, so let's say this is 60, this is 40. Okay, there we go. Looks better. So now that is cut. On the smaller viewport. Once we snap. Okay, we're gonna need to make the width 100% of and then same with the index container. Okay, there we go. So now why is it doing that? What is this? What is going on here? This extends out. Education. The GitHub does not. So this is like stuck. Index content left and main and the GitHub are stuck somehow. So why is this HTML generic work experience? What is this? What is this? Why is it pushing this, but my education gets extended out? So I say 400. broke it. What? See, what is going on? Doesn't make any sense. Okay, so now it's doing it. So it's just a glitch? What? Now it's pushed off to this. What? This sucks, dude. This is so annoying. Ugh. How do people like doing this, like, full time? This sucks. This is so frustrating. It's all mine. Chat, why isn't it loading? Is my chat not working?
Mooch says CSS is pain.
For real. So if I go here to iPhone SE, now I have this stuff here, which I just don't. But if I slide it over, it looks good. So, but then that's being hard set at 500 pixels, right? So here, education just fits. Whatever, let's just make the...
Mahan says, Michael Deming, you need to wrap the whole thing, give relative and W full to all items in it, then the div you wrap and media that one, not each element.
Things are wrapped, Mahan. So then we get rid of the education width 100%. Or 50. So now it'll set it to this standard here. So if I go...
As says, working with CSS can be like trying to smooth out bubbles in a phone screen protector.
That's a good comparison. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so then if I go here, SE, Pro Max, it's my phone. Okay, that looks good. So I just need to get some gap here, right? So let's go to index content main gap to em. Now
Mahan says also people doing this full time do it with frameworks. Tailwind is a lifesaver, so I don't think it's your problem. That's a general pain if everyone uses plain CSS.
so if I say display flags, okay, align or flex direction, or we'll say flex wrap. Now we get, there we go. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Okay, we need to fix that. We need to fix that. That looks good. Okay, making some progress. Oh boy. Okay, so when I'm down, I'm like this as well. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna access some stuff here. So I'm gonna access the okay here. We need to access the this stuff here. Paste that there. Okay, so we need to lessen these to like 0.5, 0.5, 2, 2. That looks good. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Making moves. Okay, I want to make this button a little.
Mahan says Mike when start a business.
Start. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's get this button. So what am I using?
Mahan says you make the site.
I'm not that good a designer, dude. I threw this together pretty quick, like in a couple of days, but some people are cracked. Like that one profile we reviewed the other day, that guy's cracked, but I I can tell though that a lot of his stuff on his like we did prompt AI, but we used a lot of we wrote our own paragraph and then threw it into AI for revision and then edited it again and into our own words and then pasted it in how I liked it. But a lot of his stuff I can tell I think is copy and paste because it uses those dashes and stuff that AI always uses. But he seems pretty smart though, so we're cooked. We're cooked. um. Uh. So what did I want to do? I want to get the button. Okay, come on, stay focused, Mike. So I want to get the GitHub button. Okay, so we'll make the um. With 65 pixels.
Mahan says I should show you our business site I'm making. You will explode after seeing the design. I literally plan to give it to UI designer cause it's not in my capability LMAO.
You got it, dude. You can practice it. I want to make the so now when you go here,
As says, UIs can be helpful.
responsive. So now Oh no, but now that's not working. I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it on the button. Oop. And I'm going to give a color of my body. Visit profile. We will make it just white. I kind of like the wheat. White. Kind of like that wheat. It's kind of cool. Just give it like a little bit of a softer. What's the GitHub dark blue? Yeah. Okay. So if I take this type of blue, and I go to font, color, you can tell the difference. Not really. Let's make it black. Okay. So now we have an issue where though our items aren't flexing. Right, it's supposed to be to the left and right. So index content main flex, wrap, space between. Center. Center. I don't think that does anything now. Space between. If I say inline flex. No. Why is that not doing it? Let's get out of this. So that's not. My content right. So in, not gonna say inline flex here, and just say flex here. No. Take this and say my right section is coming below my left, but the internal wrapping is okay. Thanks for sharing. You're on the right track with the flex wrap, but the issue lies with. So let's get rid of this. I'm supposed to get rid of the min width. That doesn't do what we wanted though, but. Content main, flex, wrap, space between, font size 1.3, gap 2 index content left and right, flex 1 1. So I have to just give a flex property to this. Auto maybe. And then go here as well. No. Okay, flex 1 1. There we go. This doesn't come. I want to come all the way down to the bottom. Okay. And now we're getting some really weird gapping right here. Let's remove that. Wait. Should be just flex. Big caps. Align items. Or flex direction column. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Nice. Okay, and then we just need to have the that looks good. I like that. Okay, so now let's go here, inspect. Okay, let's bring this in. Bring this out. Okay, here we go. Let's see what it looks like. We're dragging it in. Boom, shrinks. Looks good. Goes in. Shrinks in. Shrinks in, and then so this the smallest thing we get is the SE. That looks good. That looks really good. Nice. Okay, so then about. That also looks good on the SE blog. I need to extend the blog out. Okay, I had to fix that and that as well. If I go to the 14 Pro Max, see, it sometimes like glitches out like this. Oh, it's just when you start getting too small. Right, can't start fitting everything. SE is 375. Okay, so then let's go back here. Some padding. Nice. 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 Okay, that looks good. Okay, so that's all right. Let's go here. Git status. Git add. Git commit. We'll say revised, refactored styles, and media weary and smaller devices and smaller devices. Refactored home for smaller devices. Home slash nav. Okay, let's go git checkout main git merge dev. I see. So we're going to git merge dev. It's never asked me for that file before. Okay, we still have to. Okay, so now my new homepage is live on the site, so you guys can go view it on your phones now. michaeldeming.com. I'm gonna go to it here. Ah, that looks much better for on my iPhone here. Look at that. That looks awesome. Yeah, that looks so good on the homepage. Woo! Success. Okay, let's put. Now we just need to do the other ones, so we might have to take a stab at those tomorrow. Boom. You guys aren't in the Discord. Join the Discord. Woohoo! That looks so good. I'm proud of that. Bow. I just gotta fix the projects. Okay, so let's go. Let's see if we can just do it really quickly before midnight. I'm killing myself. Okay, let's see if we can fix the projects page. Inspect. We need to see this.
Fizzy says hello.
Okay, we need to fix this here. So say
Abhi says, bro, what's up?
hey dude, what's up, bro? What's going on with our projects? Projects flex wrap center space even gap 2 a.m. So say I'm gonna take this and say okay, hey, hold on. Okay, we have to override the project. project, display, flex, column, space between break word. Get rid of this. Say width or project is 100%. Max width is 450 pixels. Height auto. We say what the heck? So the projects section will have display flex, wrap, with 100%, align item center, justify content space evenly, gap 2, you know. And then each project, right, is wrapped on a card. So each project will be not 100% of the screen. Have a max width of 45%. Why does this like glitch out so much? No. Hey Abby, how's it going? Hey Fizzy, how's it going? Why isn't my Twitch just working? Oh, you guys can't hear any of my sounds for some reason. Why? Why? There you go. Okay. So these are bleeding. So if I go open this up, close this, responsive. Refresh. It's not what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Okay. Well, iPhone 14 Pro Max projects. Okay, so now that's what's going on. Okay, so then we want to say each project. So if I go no here, wait. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now if I, let's go here, exactly, let's go full screen. Home. Nice. Let's go over this. Inspect.
Tom says, when did you do the Birdie Rose Clothes project?
I did that one about a month and a half ago. I'm still like, I still fix bugs for her and her business and all of I still manage the software for her basically as part of our thing. So she tells me when she has problems and I fix them, and we also opened it up to the open source, to the Discord community, and so we had a pull request to actually have the file saving happen, or the file, the database happen like internally rather than having to do any file path stuff because it's with SQLite. So now it just will auto detect the operating system and then generate a file within the local files of that operating system to house the database in, so the user doesn't even have to isolate the file path of their database after downloading the repo. It just happens automatically. So that was a cool improvement we made for her, so she didn't have to ever make the or for anyone really that wants to use it now, and to and for that business to not have to do file path stuff. Okay, that looks good. Okay, that looks good. Okay, let me go ahead and let's push this up. So git add here, git commit, fix responsiveness, fix media size projects. Okay, let's go check out main, git merge dev. Okay, let's go check it out. Alright, let's go check it out, michaeldeming.com. You guys can check it out on your phones here, and we're trying to fix the responsiveness. So we got our home page. Our home page looks really good now. It all fits really nicely for all of our stuff. And then we can go up to the top and we can click on the about. That looks good. The blog, we need to change the projects. No, shoot, is it still uploading? Might still be pushing the new changes. When I am on my site and I refresh on a page that is not my home, I get a 404 error. When you refresh on a non-route page, the project you get 404 when using static files. When you refresh on projects, just browser access already. I guess I'm looking for it tells you. So in the root of your project, add a file named vercel.json. With this content in it. What that does, it tells Vercel any route from that served to this. Git status. Git add Vercel config for page route.
Anand says here's a neat trick. Go to ports tab in Versus Code Terminal and you can publicly share a tunnel for your local port so that others can access that port without you deploying all the time.
Oh, really? Ports tab. Ports tab. It's remote server extensions. We'll have to figure it out later. So now I go git status. Okay, git checkout. Did I push? Okay.
Tom says, I've been doing this for well over a year, but employment looks so tough without a degree even though I did uni-level projects.
What degree do you have, Tom? Do you have a degree at all? Okay. All right, yes, that worked. Yes. Okay, this is awesome.
Tom says, I don't have a degree but I was smart enough to learn to code and do projects.
Nice, dude. What kind of projects do you have? What do you currently work as, if you don't mind me asking? Do you have a job right now? Or do you do part-time work or anything? Okay, so now our projects page, now you guys can see it works appropriately. It's all fits on the tab. And so does the community one. The community one already does it. It looks good. Alright, we have one last thing we have to fix then. The last thing we have to fix. Oh, is we do have to add an exclamation. I'm going to remove the exclamation points on the buttons.
Arnon says CMD Plus brings up the dock where you have the ports tab. Tom says, I've done everything from sales to work on oil rigs.
From sales to work on oil rigs? Oil rigs make good money. Probably just really hard work. It's probably just back-breaking labor. Yeah, man, I honestly, like, I can't really give too much advice on that front. I try not to give my opinions on actual development jobs and stuff because A, I have no experience as a developer, so who am I to say anything? B, I'm kind of trying to test the waters in that range anyways, so...
AI can replace doctors?
Probably not, dude. But from my perspective...
says, why do you say that?
Doctors, like... I mean, you got to think about this, dude, is that the world is not as advanced as you think it is. There's a lot of stubborn, hard-nosed people out there that are not going to let progress move forward, even if it's for the best.
Leaf episode says or politics.
Alright.
Leaf episode says just do you think it can? Tom says, that's fair. I like to watch your progress because I'm in the same boat. Oil rigs was 21 days on straight and 3 days off.
Bruh, 21 days straight. That's tough, dude. I feel for you. Okay, let's fix this blog here. So, if we go... Right, so it's broken in this instance as well. I think it's just merging to the content inside. So I want to test if I just add a bunch of dummy content to the inside of the blog post. Is it just going to fill up, basically? So let's just say, like, let's just add a bunch of dummy text here.
Imorzi Shakes says it's nice you worked on the responsiveness today.
Yeah, so it is just expanding to the total width of the content within, which isn't necessarily terrible either.
Leaf episode says the irony of speaking about stubbornness and a lack of change while figuring out how to do something Sheris Pace could have done in 5 minutes is funny though. Braden says, we still going?
Hey Braden, how's it going, dude?
CMD Shift P and type in ports, then go to focus on ports view to bring up that menu. There is also a production grade tool called Ngrok that does the same thing. Imorzi Shakes says for the navigation bar you van hide it for the mobile view.
Language bar. So we just need to fix this. Hey, Scary Sticks.
Late night for you, huh?
Yeah, late night for me. I don't know why I do this to myself. So we need to figure out what to do with the responsiveness for this one here. So in our blog post here, we're actually not accessing the blog at all. That's probably why. So let's access the blog. Right, let's say we're gonna have display just be flex, flex direction is gonna be column,
Skiristics says, are you using Tailwind or just raw CSS?
just raw dogging it. Just trying to learn and have fun here. What's going on, Scary Sticks? How you doing, dude? Okay, so then we want to have word wrap or break word on the blog post itself. So let me add in quickly. Let me add in here. Let me say border solid 1 pixel. Okay. So it's please. So then let's say the blog post is width.
Heuristics says pretty good. Finished some exams.
Huh. Interesting. Blog post. The blog. Post date. Post ID. And styling. Post ID. Blog post. Come on, where are you at? There you go. So we're aligning right
Raiden
here.
says, you can type in lorem into an HTML paragraph or div and it adds random text. John says, I kinda prefer having styles in dedicated CSS files instead of cluttering the HTML. Braden says, you can even do something like lorem 5 to get more random text.
So then if I just want, I want this div to fill the blog. So the blog itself, what am I doing different? So if I go to, let's just look at the projects page for instance. Display flex. Let me go to a blog post. Here, let's add in another blog post just for dummy so we can see. So obviously we're getting some stuff here. So this is coming from the blog. Right, the blog is the overarching box. We have a post inside with some the blog post. What's up with this extension? Paragraph. So we need to give the paragraph no margin. So the paragraph element extending out beyond.
John says, oh yeah, I remember the emit extension in Xcode.
The blog post isn't filling 100% of its area. So the blog post, why is the width? If I remove that. So I'm still getting stuff.
John says like age 15 or something to get 5 header tags.
So the blog is getting display flex, flex direction column. We want to put a gap to EM. We're going to say max width is 1,000 pixels. Oh, this is the blog. No, so we don't do that. The blog post width. Okay, so now it's fitting into the edge, but we're getting some margin over on this side. So why is it pushing out way over there? It's filling beyond there. So we have to set a limit to how big the blog post can be with width then. So each blog post can be a maximum of 500 pixels in width. But the height will vary based on auto, based on the amount of content. So if I go back to the blog post and I just add in a crap ton more content, it'll auto extend down. There we go. But I want if I really want the width to be 500 pixels, if I have it at 100% like I did before, it just extends out the length of the entire blog post screen, right? Which is fine. Except when in my media query, as soon as I swap, it starts to bleed. So then in the media query for the blog post, well, what do we do for the projects with 100%? I'm confused. So each blog post extends the full length, but in our media query it starts to extend off. So what can we do to get this in our media query to... So if I go here and go .blog post width 100% of the screen. No, it's still bleeding off. So the words are wrapping until we do that, then they stop wrapping. So if I say just say this. My blog posts are extending beyond when the media query hits. So we've got blog post, add this word wrap, overflow wrap, break word, and then word break word as well. that does it. This forces everything to respond to width. Add this feature, nothing inside forces blog post. Where is a blog post? Display. So then if I say perfect. So I'll give some blog posts some additional padding of how much should I give it in the one REM. That pushes it, but then there's to kick that out. Oh, okay, so box sizing border box makes it so that the words can't overflow out on padding. So box border box. No, because it still bleeds a little bit. Still bleed horizontal, like it causes a horizontal bleed, long broken passing arms. On the blog post, we had overflow X. Yeah, what's going on?
I just finished work.
Oh, geez.
Brayden says, gosh, web dev sucks.
Yeah. Oh, it might just be because I have this like a crap ton of like, so let's do what you said. Let's pass in a paragraph tag and give some lorem. How can I give some? Okay, so then if I say this, go, okay, I just want some padding to the post on the blog post, you go flex direction column, break word, white space, normal, auto. Order sizing. Is that not box sizing? And then go padding 1 REM. There we go. now if I go in, I guess now if I go blog, why is there no gap in each of these posts? There is no vertical gap. It was under the same item, that's why. There we go. So now we'll get rid of this. There we go. Now if that's perfect. Now if I go here, inspect on iPhone 14 Pro Max, there's my blog post. Yes! All right, I think we've got it here. Oh my gosh, I'm glad I stayed up and just busted this out. Pause. Pause. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Git status. Oh, I'm on main. Oh, I forgot to switch to dev. Uh-oh. Git. I'll have to go like this. Git checkout dev. Git status. Wait, what am I on? Git status. You're on dev. Update the morning. Did not get a minute. Git checkout main. Why is it? I don't get it. Why is this? Oh, hold up. Yeah. Fix response. Fix blog. Media sizing. And styling. How am I up to date with Origin main? I haven't. I'm on dev branch. Okay, yeah, here's on my bad file. Yeah, okay, so now I'll go git merge dev. Okay, now if we refresh. Probably got to deploy here. Let's see. This is the old one, right? Let's see. Come on, baby. Bloop. Bloop. Come on. Bloop. No, come on. Oh, come on. Don't troll me now. Let's refresh. It's not loading. Come on. Come on. Where are you? Let's go to our Vercel. What? I pushed, I thought. Huh. General. Huh, I'm not sure. Why didn't it do it? Oh, I might have just done it. Um, 30 minutes ago was the last update. Why is this not pushing? Maybe it doesn't like our error in our HTML here. It probably doesn't like our error in our CSS. Fix. Okay. Okay, we pushed it up. Let's see.
says still at it, brother.
Come on. Why won't
Then
you?
Tunin says, what's you cooking, bro?
We're trying to figure out why. Why is our website not refreshing automatically on Vercel push? I pushed to GitHub. So why is our blog not rendering appropriately? This is what it's supposed to look like now. Right? But it's not. Well, I probably shouldn't have that lorem text in there anyways. Need to get rid of that. Well, we'll get rid of the secondary post for now. Oh, no, hold on.
Eric says, are you using GitHub Pages?
Now, Vercel. Okay, so let's get rid of the blog post. That goes away.
Jman202 says, hey, what's the issue? Just joined.
Vercel isn't updating our site. First post. Site launched. Website is live. 15. So then, but if I add in like a
Arnon
bunch
says
of
Vercel gives you free analytics limited options for one project. Eric says, what logs is Vercel outputting? Jman202 says, see any build errors?
So now if I go git add, git commit.
Eric says you should use render 10x easier.
I used that for my last one. I wanted to try something new.
Arnon says always check the build logs.
Updated.
John says maybe have the post centered if there's small AMT of text. John says unless you want it like that. Jman202 says, are you using Next.js or a JS framework?
the text to speak on when it says JS is so
Mayhem
sus.
says, did you redeploy?
Oh crap. No.
Mayhem says if you did it will use previous commit. Mayhem says so you need to make new deploy.
Okay, let's go to the Vercel. $36 minutes ago. It's supposed to auto update from my pushes to GitHub, but it's not. It was doing it just a second ago, but now it's not. Like, it got all these ones. I didn't do anything different this time around. Vercel isn't getting.
Jman202 says, check it's still linked. Eric says, are you in the right branch?
Yeah, I'm in the main branch. Prince Devin main. Source is my
John
main
says,
branch.
maybe can make a GitHub workflow to deploy whenever you make a commit.
That's what it does.
Jman202 says, yay, that was my next thought. Did you merge your PR to master?
Yeah, it's in there. I did no different than what I've been doing. It's not it.
John says, can you force Versal to update? I've never used it before.
Go to your project dashboard deployments tab and click
Anand says, try a manual deployment.
GitHub deployments not being auto-generated. You can still create manual deployments. Okay, so it was.
Jman202 says, I normally use Coolify for CCD.
Okay, so it was. Alright, now it's deploying. Okay, so now we had a force redeploy. Alright, we're live! Yes! Woo! Alright, if I want to reformat the whatever, the blog post, I'll do that, like, at least for, like, if I want to make them a strict size, if they're small or something, but they'll just continue to stack and whatnot. I kind of want, I might make a filter for by, like, year or whatnot.
Says, click on learn more and learn more, brother.
Alright, you guys, that's going to be it for me tonight. We have finished our, well, finished, basically. We can always add stuff on and continue to add stuff on. Is it time for a new website? You want me to learn more? It just GitHub disruption here. It's on GitHub's end with the auto deploy connection with Vercel. So something was going on their end. Server to server. It's because Vercel is supposed to auto. It's been doing it. That's how I've been doing it for the past 2 hours. That's how and just all of a sudden it stopped catching my auto deploys or auto pushes. So, yeah, it's supposed to do it. So I just had to force, and it popped up with a little notice recognizing that it was having errors. So now it let me force redeploy. All right, so we are good. We fixed all of that. So we fixed the error now where it'll appropriately route you to the right page if you refresh on a different tab. We have we appropriately have media queries for our individual small sections. So you can see we fixed this and it's no longer push. We brought this back over and lessened the paddings on these. We got this all fixed. We got this button looking nice. We got the about looking good. We've got a blog. We'll add some more posts here. Projects. And then we got the community here. Well, I already just figured that was what it was. Because it was been working this whole time, and then all of a sudden it was just goofing, and then it threw me that message. So clearly Vercel was detecting that it was having problems on their end. All right. Sweet, you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I appreciate you guys so much for joining me. If you guys are new here, please subscribe. I stream every single day. I streamed today for this stream alone was 2 hours and 45 minutes. Jeez Louise, time just really goes by coding, dude. Like, I feel that the crazy thing is that work, it goes by so slow, like at certain times. But then if I sit down at my desk and code, my free time just goes by like 3 hours after work, just boom, gone. So I already did 2.5 hours earlier. So we coded for 6 hours today after work. No, I coded from 7 to 9:30. No, to 10. and I got off for like 15 minutes, and I got back on. So we could have like 5 hours then, 5.5. On a random Wednesday, bro. We need a drink for that. A random Wednesday. Coded. All right, you guys. Man, time really does fly when you just start programming and get in a flow. Honestly. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for being here. This was super fun. I stream every single day after my job at 9 to 5 as a chemist. I have a degree in human biology and a minor in chemistry, and we have finished our I forgot to remove those exclamation marks. Crap. Oh well, that's all right. We have finished our first iteration of our project. It is mobile friendly. It is looking really nice. Oh, we just got a rate of 34. Oh no! I was just about to bail. Yo, hello! I can't get off now. It's 12:40 a.m. Come on, I got work tomorrow. Y'all's killing me. Hello! Thank you guys so much for joining me on the Twitch. I really, really appreciate you guys being here. I was just about to... Oh, that's funny. No, you're all good. I really appreciate you. You're awesome. Subscribed at tier 1. Did I get a Twitch sub? Oh, I think I did. What? Oh, it's Benevolent Bunny from earlier. Oh, hey. I rated you before. That's right. I forgot. Hey, how's it going? I don't think what's his Guppy's not in here tonight. He wasn't in here tonight. I hope your stream was well. We just finished my site here. I got it to be mobile friendly. Um, I launched it it was yesterday, 2 days ago, and it was having some issues with on the mobile end, and so I added some media queries, and we got it to work here. So it looks really nice on mobile. Got an education section, GitHub section. We got a little about section here. We got a blog post section, so these will expand out and it formats nicely. This is what we just finished up, right? And then these will just continually stack and it will auto size to the text. We have my projects here, and then we've got my server. So I got my Discord here, YouTube, and then LinkedIn. So pretty cool so far. Thanks so much for coming in. Talk to you later. Thanks so much for being here, all those people on Twitch. Yeah, so I got a degree in human biology and a minor in chemistry, and I work 9 to 5 as a formulation chemist. I've been teaching myself how to code for 11 months now. I mainly code in Python. It's kind of like my bread and butter, I guess. I make like projects in Python, like science-based chromatography projects. And so yeah, we're going to do a spectroscopy project next. Now that I've got my site done, the next project is going to be a spectroscopy project. So it's kind of similar concept as the chromatography. So you guys can check that out. Chromaplot.com is the site I launched it under. You can make paper chromatography simulations with Python matplotlib, and then download the rendered plots live from the server on the page here. And so that's kind of what it looks like. These compounds, they travel up in an animation according to their retention factors placed in by the users. And then the algorithm that I wrote to just do the basic retention factor calculations, and then frame develop renders is on the back end. Yeah. So I pretty much so I just kind of been learning React here to get a site going, so I could really get some quick front end going for my projects, because I wanted to be able to just quickly write some front end and style it with React to link up to my projects and make it a lot easier to use in general. guys are awesome. Well, maybe we should go raid somebody on Twitch. Let's go carry it forward. I hate to bail on you guys, but I got work tomorrow morning. I've got to go to bed, or so I'm gonna be hurting. I'm already gonna be hurting, dude. But it is what it is. I wanted to finish the portfolio today. We got it done, and feels good. All right, let's do a raid here. Let's see. Who do we would like to raid? I don't like how it's giving me this.
To an extent, I think players just
I like this guy. Who should we raid? Who should we raid?
why didn't you just extrude? Because I had reasons. You don't gotta know my reasons.
Who should we do? I don't know. Should we do someone smaller? Like me? Yeah, let's do that. Oh, he's not speaking English. You guys probably won't want to stick around if you guys can't understand him. Alright, we'll do this. Alright, getting a raid going here. It's gonna give me an ad, I bet. Come on, you're gonna give me an ad? That's so troll. Where was it?
That's right, they resonate. That's a really,
Anthony,
really,
Anthony,
really
Anthony,
good word.
Anthony.
That's like the perfect word to describe what it is.
Anthony, Anthony, where are you,
amplify
Anthony?
each other.
Where'd he go? Oh my gosh.
I mean, it kind of is. I mean, look, Minecraft is not, it's not gorgeous, for sure. It's definitely not like
Come
amazing.
on.
How much time do you set aside for gaming? I barely do any gaming. Maybe these days, because I'm playing Claire Obscure.
What's up with this format?
45
Stop.
minutes a night, at most.
Can you
Sometimes
just...
2 or 3 days without playing.
Why is it
And
doing
sometimes-
this? Go away. And it gets cut off. What is up with Twitch's site? I don't know. I can't get in here. Wherever it is. Oh, here it is.
I love to get all like that. It looks awesome, but it's plastic. Because if you give me a plant, it's probably gonna die. So,
Is he trading in Europe right now?
I think it's a palmier. I think it's a plastic version of a palmier. Going on is VA. We have VA naked extensions, by the way. So this center thingy basically
Did it do it?
some kind of can you make it like exocharts? That's a goal. The goal is to delete it. Delete exocharts from this map. What do you mean? Can you make it? Tell me what you need. Well, we need a goal. But it's gonna happen in phases, right? We do a pause. We did the footprints, but still can be improvements for the footprints, right?
Alright, guys. I'm gonna get off. See you guys.